And from now on, the fear factor will go even more, because the more players that beat Phil Taylor, the more people think that they can beat Phil Taylor.
Well, I dare say these two lads on the hockey now might be forgiven for thinking that the winner would be playing Phil Taylor. But the winner, in fact, will be playing Robert Thornton in the quarterfinals. And first of all, got this little matter to settle. And what a start from Mervyn King.
Well, I played golf with Mervyn the other day, and his whole attitude is completely changed. It's been the last probably 18 months, 2 years. You know, he's had a bit of elbow trouble and what have you, but he's got his act together. He's changed his darts. Now listen to this, John. He's had them 1 millimetre longer and 1 gram heavier. People would think, well, that doesn't make any difference. But to Mervyn King's throw and in his head, makes him a confident man.
Oh, it does. It makes a huge difference. If the average weight of a professional player's dart is, let's say, 21 grams, then you add 2 grams to that, it's a good 10%. Yeah.
140.
Great darts there from Chizzy. Going to be a cracker, this. King, though, for first blood.
Well, he set it up perfectly. I really don't understand the 25 route on that 115, but it's his personal preference. And of course, Mervyn has a few, what I would call odd shots the way I would go, but it certainly worked for him. He set it up, he wants double 16. Now, he'd love to see this go in first dart, because he got in cleanly, and he just want to get out, get the first leg on the board. Well, he's chasing him around the dartboard, and he's let Chisnall in.
Yes, I'll come back to that 115 in a bit, because I've got my own thoughts on that one. Chisnall 44, double 18, quite deliberately went for that big single 8. Now double 9, chance again for King, double 2.
Mervyn, you require 4.
After missing 3 darts at the double, Mervyn King does not miss another one, so he didn't get let off.
Second leg, Mervyn
in that leg. Of course, he's broke the throw already, so Mervyn King was actually telling me as well, John, that he was doing the ironing for his shirt and he banged his elbow, and he said it might give him a bit of a problem, but it doesn't show anything of that at the moment.
No, it might iron out his problems. That 115, Rod, I don't like seeing players go for treble 20 first dart, because 95 in 2 darts is, in my opinion, quite difficult. Whereas if you go the treble 19 first dart, it leaves 58, 19 leaves 96. And most players would rather go for 96 with 2 darts. Brilliant darts from King than 95. However, this is a good start by King, you know. He could win this leg now from here. Should do, really, shouldn't he?
Oh, there's no question. He's got 200 points lead. But on the shots out, John, it is personal preference, it has to be said. Mervyn King filling it up again.
125.
The only thing I will say on that is that if you had 1 dart in your hand, what treble you would hit? That'd be the treble 20. So that's the only reason I always go for the treble 20, or did 59. Go for that. So now Mervyn King just got to set this up, to be quite honest, John. He hasn't got to force any leave a bad double on this.
$39 will do. Under normal circumstances, would not have done. Chizzy at least making a mark with his first 180. We've had 1 from King, 1 from Chisnall.
We talk about how 3 or 6 darts can completely change a leg and a match. After that, Mervyn King will only get 2 darts a double. If Chisnall can put in a big score here, it's going to put the pressure on, but he's not done that, so no pressure on this 56 from Mervyn King. 2-0 lead in the first set.
Tops. Clumsy. Rectified. Will come back. I think he was actually going for treble 16 there, and he does tend to for the double 4.
100.
Well, time to stop messing about, Mr. King,
Mervyn, you
in
require
this leg.
32.
He got off quickly, scored really well with a 180, but since then he really has messed around. And that's a long way away. He did this in the first leg, but he hit the double eight. A 2-0 lead, and certainly with Chisnall new to this game, especially this double in, if Mervyn King can keep the pressure on.
80.
Yes, had a first round victory over Terry Jenkins. Mervyn King came from a set down and 2 legs to 0 down in the second set. One of the most remarkable comebacks of the first round, and we had a few of them. And Terry Jenkins, who might have been forgiven for thinking he'd as good as won it, is back in lead.
134.
Well, there's no question, John, and every player, if they were honest, they would say it. With all them seeds going out and then Phil Taylor just going out, I'm not kidding you, they're up there going
53.
Happy days. Got to make hay while the sun shines. It doesn't happen very often when so many top seeds go out, and this is where you jump up the rankings so quickly with putting in a good, strong performance.
Well, the sun has certainly shone in this part of the world over the last couple of days. Quite warm sunshine. But I know what you mean, Rodney. Making hay while the sun shines, and Mervyn King, being a good, honest country fella, knows exactly what making hay is all about.
115.
Well, that's a good reply from Chisnall. So now Mervyn would like to see another one of those maximums, and that's absolutely perfect to follow it up. No question about that. He's got to go to 18s just to leave the shot.
98.
So Chisnall,
127.
you kind of think he may have 6 darts from here, but he'd like to do it in 3.
Will he go for the ball? Yes, he will.
102.
Don't blame him. Doesn't want to take any chances.
170.
And chances are he will be back. And certain those chances are now, or that chance is.
94. You require 25. Team shot in the third leg.
Well, Chisnall finally puts a leg on the board. Pretty tidy leg, but Mervyn King now stepping up to tidy up this first set. Certainly the advantage strongly in King's favour with throwing first.
32.
And he'll settle for that, John, no question.
Yes, if you can get away in your first visit, you're always reasonably happy. Preferably first dart, then second.
100.
Follow it up with a treble 20 like that. He looks as though he's settled now, Chisnall. Looked very unsettled in those first couple of legs. And King, his vast experience
100
on the big stage, stepped in, but no guarantee here as to where this leg is going.
40.
He thinks more likely King after that visit.
Well, there's no question, John. I think Mervyn King is looking as good as he'd looked for 18 months, possibly even a couple of years. You know, he's looking as if he's comfortable with his own game now, where he was really struggling with it. And certainly when you get people, as we see, Chisnall, I thought that was going to be his first. When we see people like Robert Thornton and Mervyn King coming back to some form, it doesn't half bunch up them top players, doesn't it?
He's a great player, this man. A great player when he's on song. He's had 3 180s now in successive legs. He kicked off the match with a 152 start.
125.
Really going well.
You require 52.
The man from Great Yarmouth. And wants to be King of Ireland this week, and there's every chance with arrows like that that he might be. Mervyn King, 1 up. Is Chizzy gonna dethrone him? There you have it, Robert Thornton against the The winner of this one, Mervyn.